something too when you get three-dimension stuffed in a two. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, abroad. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will of spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to air one out. Incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. He's going to go up top, and this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the... The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take enough. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because then you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Anderson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Boy, a curious decision to go for. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now Anderson. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats. And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 40. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They're going to look to throw. Going up top. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher. But here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a...
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll take him down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in... points? We'll find out. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.